Have you ever felt like your mind just won't stop? Thoughts spinning, worries piling up. No matter how hard you try, it's like the noise inside never leaves. You smile on the outside, but inside, you're exhausted. If you've ever felt this way, this story is for you. Once upon a time, in the heart of a chaotic city, lived a young man burdened not by poverty or pain, but by pressure. He was like many of us, constantly thinking, planning, doubting, overthinking. His mind was a battlefield of deadlines, fears, and unanswered questions. He looked fine on the outside, a stable job, decent friends, an okay life. But inside, he was drowning. Every night he'd lie in bed with his eyes wide open, his body exhausted, but his thoughts racing like a storm. He wanted peace, not just silence, but real peace. One morning, he heard about a teacher, a wise old master who lived far in the hills, away from the noise. People said this man had answers, not through books or theories, but through presence and stillness. Driven by something he couldn't explain, the young man packed his bag and traveled alone to meet this teacher. The journey was long and quiet, something he wasn't used to. When he arrived, the teacher greeted him with a gentle smile, said nothing, and gestured toward a wooden bench under a large tree. The young man began to speak, quickly, emotionally, about his stress, his failures, his confusion, his mind. "I've tried everything," he said. "Books, videos, meditation apps, nothing works. I just want peace." The master nodded quietly and brought 2 small cups and a pot of tea. Without a word, he began to pour tea into one cup. It filled up quickly, but the master kept pouring until the tea spilled over the rim, down the sides, and onto the table. The young man flinched. "Stop, the cup is already full. It can't take more." The master looked at him with calm eyes and spoke for the first time. "Just like this cup, your mind is full. How can I give you anything unless you first empty it?" The young man stared at the cup, then at the floor, then inside himself. He understood. For the first time in years, he was silent. He realized his mind was cluttered, not with problems, but with noise. Worries about what could be, regrets about what was, comparisons, expectations. He had filled every corner of his being with thoughts that didn't serve him. That day, he didn't learn a lesson. He remembered one. That clarity doesn't come from adding more. It comes from letting go. He stayed in the hills for a while. No phones, no pressure, just stillness. Every day, he emptied a little more. A fear here, a doubt there, a burden he no longer needed. And in that emptiness, peace finally arrived. Not the peace you read in quotes, but the kind you feel in your bones. The kind that hugs you when you're alone. When he returned to the city, the world hadn't changed. But he had. He no longer reacted to every voice in his head. He listened to the silence beneath them. And in that silence, he found himself. Maybe, just maybe, you're holding too much too. Let it go. Empty your mind and watch what flows in. Because sometimes the greatest wisdom doesn't come from more answers, but from fewer thoughts. Let the stillness speak. And in that stillness, find the version of you that's been waiting all along. You are not lost. You are just full, empty, and come home to yourself. If this story whispered something to your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs silence, peace, or hope. And if you're walking this journey too, subscribe, not for the noise, but for the quiet truths that live between every word. And when you're ready to hear more, we'll be right here.